As the world recovers from the century-long last war, which devastated the population and left the great nation of Sire a smoldering ruin, the continent of Cover remembers those lost in the year of our kingdom, 982. However, as the world slowly heals, there was always something festering and growing ever hungry in the darkness. An elite organization, known as the Bureau of Occultic Observations, is always on standby, staying vigilant against any magical threat that may shatter this tenuous peace. This is their legacy. This is Tales of Adventure, Agents of B.O.O. I need you all to roll me another D100 again.
God damn it. And the D10 as well, I assume?
I don't like this.
Yep. And tell me what you get.
I got 70 again.
I got 32 again.
Actually, I got 70 and a 0. So
that's just 70 even.
Okay.
I think I got 4.
Nick, I
There's
think
double
you rolling the
zeros
wrong
and
dice.
4.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
4. Okay.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Do we have to roll the D10 with it as well? Or
Yes. You roll the D10 with it as well.
I just got 70 again.
Yeah, I rolled the wrong one.
I'm gonna roll again because I rolled on paper and I always roll like shit.
That's fine. Just tell me what you get.
I'm at
34.
Okay, so who? What did you say, Kite? What
Oh
did you
no,
get?
that's a 54.
88.
88. Kite. Go ahead and mark on a space on your character sheet because they don't have this. That you have 1 talent point.
Alright.
What'd you get, Yanni?
I'm gonna roll one more time just in case. 'Cause,
No.
like,
What did you get?
I
No. What'd you get?
I thought it was 34, but I looked at it again and it say 54 now, so I kind of
54. Okay. You also get 1 talent point.
Ooh.
72.
1 talent point.
4.
2 talent points.
Oh!
13.
2 talent
Where do
points.
talent points go?
That's not on there. This is a mechanic of Sean's.
Yes.
He's found from a homebrew.
Yes. So also shout out to Reddit user I'm from NASA
Shout out to Reddit user I'm from NASA.
because I am using their lovely little homebrew called Skill Trees. And the players don't know what it does, but I know what it does, and it's gonna be fantastic.
I am terrified.
I know what it
Good.
does.
That
Is
means
this gonna
I'm doing my
be? Is
job.
this gonna be a reoccurring thing?
Yes.
So I'm just gonna do like tally marks.
Yeah. You can do that.
Tally marks, scary marks,
Whoop whoop.
sad emoji marks.
Sad emoji marks. Whatever marks you want to use. So, on your last day, you see, as you guys are kind of going through, and this time you all are actually training together. Basically, you're going through a obstacle course. As you all are kind of climbing through, a little bit more wearied, and you did it. You see, Dead Mother kind of looks at her watch, and you see Yesen is kind of like looking above in the observation deck for the training, and you see that they just kind of both exchange nods. She goes, "Well, good news is, you guys passed in record time.
What's the bad news?
That means, well, you passed in record time and you got through all the training, so all that's left, well, is practically graduation.
Practically.
Practically.
Define graduation.
Define
practically.
practically. Everyone says in unison.
Just go ahead and get a good night's rest. We'll get you up in the morning. Don't worry.
Oh, morning.
Day 2 comes to a close. Yes, Trask.
Can
Question.
I ask around and find my way to Gildart's
Yeah,
barracks?
be manageable for you to do. You hear a knock at your door, Gildarts.
I opened it.
Gildart's?
Trast.
Got a minute?
Sure.
Good. I have alcohol.
It's a good thing everybody's here already. You're not the first one to bring alcohol to this door. Ayana's already passed out in the corner.
I'm not passed out. I'm just taking a nap.
No, that's
Oh,
no.
everyone else is here.
Yeah, Leonard's asleep in the corner, and Kite left to go find Zara.
I didn't know there was a get together.
Yeah, we were actually. I was actually.
You weren't
about to come get
invited.
you. I opened the door basically right as he knocked. Like the first knock, I'm like, door open, because I was actually about to go grab you.
Right.
He wasn't invited.
Okay. Is he lying to me?
No,
I was like, you can go ahead and make an insight check if you'd like to.
he's 100% truthful, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, even if you wouldn't know, he's telling the truth. He seems like an honest guy. Look at the face. Look,
All right.
how could that face lie?
Well, glad I could join. So everyone's passed out already?
Basically, except for me.
So where'd you come from, Gildarts?
Forgot to talk about that.
Well, I know the other two.
Let's just say I'm from nowhere and I'm no one.
I'll drink to that. That's it. I'll leave it there.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm from nowhere. And I am no one.
I'll drink to that. And we just basically, I assume we just drink until we all pass out.
Yeah, I'm literally just looking at him, trying to figure him out as I drink.
Gotcha. Okay. Go ahead and just make me an insight or history check.
Well, that's better. The hell is insight?
It'll be wisdom.
Oh, okay.
History's intelligence.
So, 17.
17. And you're doing an insight or history check.
Oh, insight.
Okay, insight. You kind of look and kind of see various kind of like the weather pattern and kind of like the skin color. He looks, because you gotta think about it for a second, and he looks like he's from Zendrick. And you know Zendrick as the continent of the old giants, of the old giant civilization, but also it is famous for its massive sprawling jungle known as the Misty Jungles, as there's some weird magical curse placed on it that anybody who journeys in there without a guide always gets lost. And that hammer seems really distinct and somewhat familiar.
It's an interesting weapon you carry.
It's just a warhammer, nothing interesting about it.
I see. So what do you think's for graduation tomorrow?
Oh, well,
Think that old bat bloodhound has something up her sleeve for this?
I just hope it's not Rune. Oh, you don't know Rune. Never mind.
Do I know Rune?
Go ahead and make me another history check.
Same thing? No. Oh, that's just a straight 13.
You've heard Vakri talk about him.
Sounds familiar. Zachary used to tell me some stories. Is that something we should be worried about?
Rune? Yes. Always. Always.
Shook. Well, then we might as well rest up, huh?
I definitely should rest up.
Okay. Would anybody else like to do anything before the night of day 2 comes to a close?
Nope, I'm sleep.
I'm shook.
I'm sleep.
I'm shook.
I was gonna say, what time is it?
It's probably about like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, so this will
By
be
any
around
chance,
time.
is the director still up?
You probably can think so, yeah. The director is an elf, so she doesn't technically need to sleep for probably like another 4 hours.
I was gonna say, but I'm probably walking over to there so that way I can talk to them.
Yeah. You definitely know where her office is. As you're walking there, go ahead and make me a perception check. 15. As you are going to the director's office, and it's pretty quiet, you don't see a whole lot of people here in general because everyone's kind of winding down. You see the door is slightly ajar, and you hear loud whispering coming from inside the office of multiple voices. Sounds to be of the director, of Bloodhound, of Fluffy, and of Vecry. But
I guess I'll go ahead and just listen in a little bit because I was about to knock on the door, but does anything specifically catch like in my ear, like from listening to them, or can I not hear them very well?
You can hear bits and pieces. The biggest piece of the conversation that you hear is Bloodhound going, "Director, are you sure you want to do this?" And you hear Fluffy pipe in and go, "Yeah, I mean, normally it takes normal recruits like a good 6 months to get through the completion of training, and then they do the graduation. We're kind of speeding up the timeline here, aren't we? Isn't that something that we should be worried about?" And you see, and you kind of hear Yasen go, "I can assure you that I have taken extra precautions. But they seem to have accelerated at a process that I don't think we've seen in quite some time. And I would think it would be in all of our best interests to get them out in the field as promptly as we could." And you see, and you hear Fluffy go, "Yeah, but," and you hear Vecry kind of pipe up and go, Now, I understand that you all are concerned, especially that these are the new recruits and they are the newest recruits that we have had in some time. However, I, for one, believe in the director's decision, as it has never shown us to be wrong. It has never swayed us in any weird or opposing direction, and it always seems to work out in the end. Yeah, but I'm sure it is fine. I'm sure the director has her reasoning. And she goes, "Thank you, Vecry. Now, the rest of you, go and get some sleep. Our recruits are going to have a big day tomorrow, and we need to be there when they're ready for it." And you just kind of hear like puffs of smoke kind of dissipate, like, and you do. Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and just knock real quick.
You hear, "Come in."
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ken, please have a seat. And you see that she's at her desk, filing out some paperwork. You see that her head wrap is off, and so you see her head in its entirety, where she has this beautiful fiery red with kind of streaks of gray hair, and that it has shaved sides, but all of it is pulled back into a tight ponytail. She goes, "Yes. Is there something I can help you with, Zhao Ken?" And she's just kind of not even looking up and kind of doing some reports, you assume.
First off, I want to thank you for letting me and Gildarts come in here. I
Well-
wanted to make sure that I extend that gratitude.
Well, we certainly cannot have you all wander down the desert, leaving a energy signature the size of, and you see that she kind of pulls out like a small little scroll and adjusts her glasses, a magical energy signature the size of a Tarask. No, that's too big. Chimera. Chimera is a good function word for it, yes. And you see she kind of rolls up the scroll and kind of puts it to the side and still does it.
Again, I didn't think that Gildarts had actually taken the hammer until after.
You're right.
When he dragged us out.
You're right. You didn't think.
Look, but there were a couple things that were happening. We were trying to find our teacher when I got back, so again, there was a limited time that I actually had.
And is that why you decided to take the boy with you? or the item in question, or both?
The item in question has belonged to me since I can remember.
Yes, I can tell. The item in question holds very powerful and very ancient dark magic. Now, what would a tiefling like you be carrying with such an artifact such as that? Is my question.
How open are you to the truth?
Well, and you see that she kind of like leans back and kind of gestures for you to take a seat. She goes, well, I suppose it is my job to discover the truth and to shine the flashlight of justice into the dark corners of evil.
Then I go ahead and sit down.
Okay.
I actually can't even tell you because I don't remember.
Curious. You woke up with an item that you don't remember having in the first place.
I woke up in the mountains in Zendrick, and my first memory, or even, I don't even know if it's a memory, it's more like an instinct, was to grab it, and I woke up still holding it. I was a young child at the time, and surprisingly, I didn't realize that, people could actually lift the thing or not even. I didn't realize that until later on, but it was always been with me the whole time. I can't even tell you, I've tried so many times.
Interesting. And you see that she's actually kind of like taking notes. She goes, I'll investigate this further. But for the time being, stick with your teammates. Remember, you are a group of 4. You are a group of 5, not 4.
Yeah, but what about Zara? I can't move him here. I'm sorry to say, you can't expect me just to blatantly trust you out of Gildart's sick obsession of trying to find a place that we didn't even think existed.
That, while that is in all respect fair, I have a counterpoint. At this moment in time, Mr. Zhaoken, what other choice do you seemingly have?
Well, there are other countries we can probably travel to.
Yes, there certainly are, and then there are certainly places and other wonderful people who will probably try and pick you up to see of that lovely magical signature that, that you just not only emanate yourself, but also, coming from that lovely magical artifact that you have.
Yeah, Gildart, this sounds very magical. I kind of skip over the fact that I already know what you mean.
He's like, yes, you... He's like, yes, you and your magical item, Mr. Thundercaller and his sacred weapon, and the angel.
I basically, in Mangar, I was like...
You see, as you kind of look, she kind of, tilts her eyebrow up, and she goes, tell me, did you think that I wouldn't be able to find out? He's a Nightblood, isn't he? A Solar, in fact. Not many of them make their way to the mortal realm.
Again, it's complicated.
Indeed.
That's why I didn't want to leave him anywhere that I'm not.
Indeed. And as such of the complicated situation, I feel as though it is not only my personal job and profession, but for the integrity of the Bureau of Occultic Observations to observe occultic phenomena.
What, you say you're going to experiment on my kid?
No. Nothing as drastic as that. Simply monitoring. Because if this is what I believe it is, and if that means that a night-blooded Solar is here on the material plane, something else is in play here. And it's my job, and our job here, to find out what.
I stand up. Well, you go ahead and do your
Indeed.
I think that I'll go ahead and be done here. Knowing that I haven't mentioned how he actually came to me, I was like, I don't think that I should still trust you guys.
That's
Only
fine.
because. However, I do enjoy seeing Gildarts and Handy the last few days. That's probably been the only thing I've liked so far.
That's understandable, Mr. Zhaoken. It is so funny to see others hurt when you yourself is hurting on the inside.
Please, like I did any help from the. Oh, I just get to your office all day.
Have a good night, Mr. Zhaoken. You have a very big day ahead of you tomorrow.
Of course. Graduation. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything and anything. But that's your job to figure it out, not mine.
Right. Good night, Director.
Good night, Mr. Ken. And you see that she kind of like adjusts her glasses, goes back, and just kind of starts scribbling again.
I'm just mumbling to myself. I knew there was something I didn't like about her.
I mean, to be fair, it is her job to know these things. She sure does run the Bureau of Occultic Observations. They don't get that name for just fucking watching dandelions grow.
Well, not with that attitude, they don't.
I mean,
Wasn't the original name?
I heard dandelions.
The turtle wakes up hearing dandelions.
you were dreaming of beautiful fields of dandelions, just with the very nice, beautiful summer day without a cloud in the
BT
sky.
does, because you passed out in my room. I dragged you all back to your rooms except for him, because he probably is the only one who can hold his liquor. You were passed out.
I was napping for one. I'm a half elf. I don't need that much sleep, and I'm also an alcoholic.
Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
That's gonna be a D20 -1.
What the?
There you go.
I will call her squishy, and she will be mine. And she'll be my squishy.
14 minus. Yeah, you held your alcohol pretty good.
Thank you.
So.
Wait, what type of save was that? I mean, roll?
Constitution.
Okay, I was making sure.
Yeah, so good. So, with that being said, night 2 comes to a close, and you all wake up bright and early at 4 o'clock in the morning on day 3.
4 o'clock in the morning?
4 o'clock in the morning.
I like to imagine, actually, me and Trent has to have been up for an hour at least, working on the bags.
I was about to say I was up at 3.
Yeah, we've both been
drills.
downstairs in the workout area, but we're both doing different drills. He's working on that, and I have my Warhammer, and I'm just working on ways to like smash things, basically.
Okay.
Actually, I'd like to add a little flair to that. So while I'm doing my knife drills, I see him over there wailing away with his hammer, and I stealth up behind him, and I say, "Hey, Gildarts!" As soon as he turns around, I take a swing, expecting him to duck, and start parrying with him.
Yeah. I'll say if you want to make me a dexterity check to see how fast you're able to swing out the way.
That's 11. So
11.
Not that well.
You manage to kind of bring your hammer up enough just in time, but it does kind of scratch you just a little bit on the side of your cheek.
Oh.
Gotta move faster than that, big boy. This is not a log.
Not really more of a mover. I can take a hit better than I can move out away from one.
Let's find out. And continue to parry.
Okay.
Yeah, I just go along with it.
Spar, not parry.
Yeah.
He said, I gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah. As you guys kind of go through, you all manage to get up either through your own will or either through Fluffy or through Bloodhound dragging you up. And you all gather into the cafeteria area. And as you see, there's only a couple people here, sparsely, because it's still 4 o'clock in the morning. You all eat your breakfast, and this time, you all head on the R&D level. You all specifically go to the armory, where you see a goblin woman with almost kind of dressed in the style of Rosie the Riveter, where you see that she has her hair kind of tied up with the red bandana, with the metal working gloves, just kind of like tinkering on something. And you see this large Warforged juggernaut, this huge metal golem made out of wood and metal and these bright magical runes alit, and especially a really brilliant one on their forehead. And you see her go, oh, okay, cool, you guys are here. Perfect. So, hi, my name's Penelope, but you can just call me Fix-It, and that's Flack, but you can just call him Tin Man. And he goes, salutations, everyone.
Hi.
So,
Hello, Tin Man.
yes, hello, Turtle Man.
Snickers.
You are a man of culture, I see.
You can.
Indeed.
You can just call me Set.
Ah, yes. Hello, Set.
Trust.
Yes, I have seen you before around, Mr. Trask.
Fantastic. What are we doing here?
You see, Denhelm goes, well, you're in an armory, right? Means you gotta pick out your new weapons. And you see, Penelope kind of grins, and as she's kind of like working on something, presses a button on the side of her, and you see as almost like a metallic sliding curtain pulls back, and you see like rows and rows of different types of firearms. A section for a section for pistols, a section for shotguns, a section for rifles, section for heavy artillery.
I immediately go for the heavy artillery.
Okay.
Ayana's eyes just light up, and she's just like, ooh, pretty.
No!
So shiny.
I imagine we all, as soon as she goes pretty, we all just go, no!
And then you also see a section for ammunitions and a section for explosives.
Explosivo.
Explosives?
I think trash.
Is there any aesthetically pleasing revolver?
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
I also lean over to Trash at this point and go, maybe you should handle the explosives.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 13.
Yeah. Is there anyone in particular that you're looking for, or just kind of one that
Something
like?
to go with the blade.
Yeah, you would see that most of them are cast out of like the same sort of like black material, so they are kind of matted black, like a modern, almost kind of like a modern gloss. Yeah, a nice little trim.
Take the one with the gold trim.
Okay. You put it in. Would you like to take anything?
Explosives.
Okay. You see various different egg-shaped canisters. You see a row of canisters that are red and have a picture of fire on them. A row of canisters that are blue and have a picture of a snowflake on them. A row of canisters that are yellow have a picture of a thunderbolt. And green of gas. White and light, like a stained glass window.
Is that basically saying it's a flashbang?
Yeah.
Just because I get the references for the other ones. One's a gas, one's like, so I'm trying to figure out what that is.
Yes. So that one actually deals radiant damage, but
Okay.
there are flashbangs that you can get. You see a sign next to it that says only 3 explosives per person at max.
I'd take one of the radiants
Okay.
and one of the lightning ones.
Okay.
And then I'm looking through the heavy artillery to see if there's anything that is light enough for me to carry, but still heavy enough to do some damage.
What is your strength modifier?
+3.
+3. You see a lot of things that are still kind of locked off, which are like chain guns, rocket launchers, grenade launchers.
Nah.
You see a nice little shotgun that seems to speak to you.
Yeah. I want to name you my Boomfire.
Kite, is there anything in the armory that meets your fancy?
I'm honestly just looking, and it's just like, I'm thinking to myself, they probably wouldn't be here. I'm just looking at the other things. I was like, well, I guess I'll take some of these bomb type of things, like the radiant ones. I'll
Okay.
take like 3 of the explosives.
Okay.
And then I'm kind of looking just to see if they have any like blades, like daggers or anything
Yeah.
like that.
You certainly see a max of them. You see they have different daggers of like straight blades. You have like the curved, almost karambit style blades. There's a pretty good selection, like different swords, battle axes, great axe, great swords.
I'm gonna take a couple. I'm gonna take at least 2 karambits.
Okay.
And basically, like if there's like a what's it called? Like one of those artillery belts, so that way I can just like hook them in like my rear back. So
Yeah.
That way I can always just take them out.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
And Yanni, what would you like to pick out from the armory?
Okay, Yanni sees these big ass fucking rocket launchers and shit, and everyone's like, "No, you're going that way." Points her.
Yeah, you guys just go and like reach for the rocket launcher. You see Bloodhound just kind of like picks you up, turns you over to the side, and just kind of scoots you over away from the heavy artillery.
And was like, pouting a little bit. She's like, "Okay, well, I guess I can like, let's see, like a revolver or something, or like a I want a Desert Eagle.
Yeah, you can certainly find a hand cannon.
I want 2 of them.
Okay.
2 Desert Eagles.
You certainly find 2. You certainly find 2 hand cannons.
Pink trim.
Of course. And you see that she, Penelope, just kind of goes, "Oh yeah, sure." And you see that she kind of waves her screwdriver around, and a flurry of magic kind of hits, and you see on the side it's this lovely little pink trim.
Yes.
I see that and I go up. Can you make this a dark blue?
It's now a dark blue.
Nice.
I want mine dark blue too.
It's
No, wait, pink trim's better. No.
No,
Okay.
you better choose because
All right, I
I'm
want
only
pink trim.
choosing it one more
Pink trim.
time.
Pink trim.
Okay.
Pink trim.
Okay, cool. Don't waste my time, kid. And she goes, "All right. So, everybody good?"
Yes.
I think so.
I guess.
Is there any other weapons besides artillery?
Yeah, you can get swords. There's also armor. You see, actually, while you guys kind of come up, Dead Mother has like basically like Kevlar vest for you all that says basically in painted white in the front training.
Oh, joy. I guess we should wear those.
She goes, "Trust me, you're gonna want to where you're going. You're gonna want to fucking wear them."
What did we sign up for?
Whew. Anyway, everybody good? Going on to the. Anybody need to do anything now? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
I will take a sword.
You go ahead and take your sword.
Would I be
I
able
will take a small pistol just to
I'll do
have.
one more thing.
Yeah.
I'll take one of those 3-arm pistols if you can.
Okay.
Just like one of the small ones, just to be like, I don't know if it's like a 7-round or like a 5-round.
I'll tell you about it later. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
That's fine.
So about this bat we had a conversation about.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it?
you-
Is it?
You can see.
All right. Cool.
Well, I mean,
cool.
you already have it.
I already have it. Okay.
Yeah. It's the quarterstaff we just reflavored.
Cool. I kind of want something that's like semi-automatic too.
She goes, "Sorry, you only get a couple of things for it. But, you know, if you don't die and become full-fledged members, then we can work a little bit more with it."
Okay, so I guess I'm not gonna die then.
Good. That's always a good.
Are there
sign.
any fire grenades?
Yeah, there are. They're incendiary grenades.
I want to take a couple of incendiaries.
Yeah.
Ooh, what about dynamite?
Yeah. We're almost done.
Can I have dynamite?
You have the incendiary grenades.
Can I have dynamite?
What did I just say?
Okay, all right.
Pause. The door's open?
Yeah, where's Ripley?
I don't know. I'm gonna find my cat. Give me a second.
Yeah. I mean, I only got dynamite. I mean, I only got incendiary grenades.
I guess I'll take it.
Good. So, and before she goes, she kind of hands you guys each 2 health potions. They are common health potions. And she goes, "So, there's definitely a reason why we haven't told you what your graduation exam is. You all are going to be tested, like your sen said. And, Well, let's just say we don't normally do this sort of test.
What do you mean by this sort of test?
Well, I think I'll.
Can I interject on him? I was like, he means they normally don't do recruits like this early on.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a sink or swim situation, is it?
I think I'm gonna let
It's
you.
It's a sink
I'm
or
gonna
swim
let
situation.
I'm gonna let you Sen fully explain this. So, as she kind of leads you out the armory, she goes, "I'm gonna need you guys to follow me out through this door here." And you see she goes to the end of the hallway, and you see this brownish wood with runic carved into the door frames, as well as this beautiful golden brass knob. As she turns, the door opens, and you see it's completely pitch black inside.
I walk in.
Yeah, I think I have dark vision, but I'm still gonna walk in.
I have dark vision too.
Yep.
Is it just completely black even with the dark vision?
It is completely black, even with the dark vision.
Jesus.
Yeah.
As you all walk into this space that seems to almost kind of echo out, as you all file in, the door closes behind you, and you are all left in darkness.
That doesn't sound good.
Out of instinct, I normally get back to back because our side.
Yeah, back to back with Kite.
Yeah.
I was just like, me and him, we already know. I'm just listening. Can you see anything?
Yeah.
I can't see a damn thing.
Neither can I.
I'm pretty comfortable. I just squat down.
Okay. And you all, after a couple of seconds, hear footsteps slowly approaching.
We're just trying to figure out which direction it is.
Alright.
To my walls.
You hear them kind of coming all around you, but you hear them getting closer.
Multiple footsteps, or
Just one single pair of footsteps.
It's a ninja.
Can I pinpoint it?
Make me a perception check.
I reach for all of them though, and I put them back to back with me and Kite though.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 14.
You kind of listen in as you're just kind of attuned to the darkness, doing that good, I assume you're doing that good Soviet squat.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of getting real down there and just listening in.
Yeah.
You hear that they're just, it's not seemingly like a trick. It seems like just the atmosphere and where you all are just seems to amplify it, but you see that it is just coming towards you in a straight line.
But can I pinpoint the source?
Yes.
Alright, I would like to stealth in a flanking maneuver.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Can I also try to pinpoint it too as well? But I
Sure.
also
Make me a perception check.
Oh, by the way, did anyone take any flash bombs?
I don't get advantage because of the darkness.
damn.
That'll be a 6.
6. Okay.
What do I add to perception?
See when it matters.
What do I add to perception again?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So we're all 19.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely hear that it's just coming where the steps are coming from, and they just be coming closer in a straight line, and they don't seem harried or in any. It's just casual stepping towards you.
I point, I try to motion everybody, even though it's dark, I kind of have moved everybody except for him, and I try to get them all to focus in that one direction, and I just yell, "Who is that?"
You hear the footsteps stop, and then almost instinctively, a spotlight shines on, and you see that is Yasen standing there. She goes, "Ah, I see you all are here. Are you all ready for your examination?"
Yeah.
Very well. And you see that she kind of looks up, and you hear her say in Elvish, "Odiessa, play record it." It's like, "Odiessa, play simulation 32A-1.
Danger.
You all here in plain common, recognized Yasen, codename Sundancer, director, initiation, overriding, selecting program, playing Death House simulation." She goes, "You all have 24 hours to complete this task. good luck. And as you kind of are a little bit confused with what's going on, you see...
Can I roll a dex check to instantly pull everybody close so we don't get separated?
Sure.
I mean, I'm with Gilbert no matter what, so...
19.
Yeah, you're able to pull everybody close. As you see, you send...
Am I in arm's reach?
I would imagine you got an arm's reach as soon as
You
we
can
found out
be
it
if
was
you
your
want to.
sin.
Yeah, I probably would have gotten back to the group when I realized it was Yasen and not the danger.
Okay. You see Yasen kind of like just steps back and kind of that weird holographic visage of her disappears. And you see this gray smoke start to pull in as this fog slowly encapsulates you all.
Anyone else catch an objective in that speech?
Survive.
Oh.
Sounds fun.
Think of it like a pep talk.
As you all wait in the fog for about a minute, turns to 2, turns to 5, turns to almost about 10 minutes, until suddenly the fog slowly clears, but it's still very thick, and you see standing before you a townhouse, probably about 2 to 3 levels, including the attic. You see there's nothing else around you in this gray fog. But you see the door swings open as this yellow light is coming from the interior of the house. And you see 2 humanoid figures standing in the doorway in silhouettes as you hear, "Come play with us." And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
God damn it! I was
Join
going
our heroes next week as they continue to investigate the dark corners of Covair, lurking closer than you may believe.